recently traveled to
Project.
Phoenix to take a closer look at the implications of male loneliness and how some men are confronting. That's insane that cost $200.
I know, man. So we're recording. Didn't even do an audio check.
Great.
I'm just trusting.
Chinus.
That's cool.
Chinus.
Wow, he's listened.
Tej, no,
Oh,
Tej and
I
I
know.
have been doing improv, but good
Oh,
together.
that is.
I know Chinus. I think Chinus is one of the most goated.
It
sound check
literally is because
stims of
every
all
time you do it, someone in the room looks up like you just said a racial slur, and you're like, "It's not. It's not. I did the math."
Chinus.
Chinus. So
It is
welcome
good.
to
I
the
don't feel comfortable
podcast,
saying
Tej.
Thank you.
Of
Thank you for having
course.
me. I'm really excited to be here.
I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited to finally do a good episode of this podcast.
I think we'll start now. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 in, 3 in.
This is episode
our
3.
fourth one. No, 4 of season 3.
This is episode 4 of
Episode
season
4.
3.
And I have something I realized.
Yep.
I am Alex Senti, one of the hosts.
Oh, and my
this
name is
Will
Will
Duncan.
Duncan.
And my name is Tej Khanna.
Boom.
And we've never done that, and someone again reminded me that we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I on the William
lot of people have
episode, the
opinions
William
about
episode,
this
they said you
fucking
guys should have
podcast.
like
That is
introduced
so
yourselves
funny.
because it's just a weird argument the whole time.
Then the
Yeah.
William episode is like kind of rambling of 3 guys who you don't even know
You
who
don't
they
know.
are.
I mean, that's every
You don't know what
episode.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's
You don't know
awful.
what we're doing.
I mean, that
It's
episode is
unclear.
going to go down as probably the worst piece of, like, I'm not going to call it art, but the worst thing I've ever made in my life.
We could say it's content.
It's unfortunately
Yeah.
in that content gray area.
I will say the best part of that episode, and not to go on it too long, is that it's
Yeah.
clickbait. Is that it's clavicular.
Yep.
You go, oh, that's the guy from Clavicular Vid. He's gonna break it down. He refuses.
He
absolutely
refuses.
refuses. He's as a devilish guy with really weird morals.
Devilish
And
guy
you're
with
someone who's spent a
angelic
lot
riz.
of time with William.
Yeah.
And I
We're
feel
going to
like
talk
you're
about
in a,
William
you're in a
for
distancing.
We're going to talk about him for 30 seconds.
Yeah,
He's
and
the
you're in
Trump rule.
Yeah, we gotta
Like-
try.
like, you just
honestly, You have to Trump rule with
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to, otherwise you could lose a lot of time.
But that's what he wants.
But
That's
you're
what he
distancing
wants.
yourself right now.
No, I love William.
I am.
That's true. You
I
actually
love
hang
William,
out
but I
with
You
him a
said
lot.
live with him.
I live, but I said this year I'm not making anything with you.
I kind of went through that last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through that last year, and I think we're better now.
It's necessary.
We're like in a better place, so it's just more fun. It's more light. It's more joyous.
I don't have a candid relationship with many people where I can say that. Just
you're
like, hey man,
distancing.
I'm not fucking with you right now.
Yeah. For a year.
But you and William know each other through the wonderful, wacky, and wild world of New York City improv.
Yeah, we actually did improv together in college.
That is crazy.
Yeah, William was a senior when I was a freshman, I think,
Really?
and we were on the same improv team. And
What was
he
it called?
Pasadena Golf Club.
Let's go.
Okay.
And
now
That's a good
just
name.
Fun.
Yeah.
Now that's
Mine
just cool
was
because
Stroopwafel, which is the worst name ever.
No, that's got more whimsy. I think Pasadena Golf Club is like XD random.
Yeah.
and it
yeah.
lacks a whimsy factor, but they're both kind of working.
They're pretty bad.
both kinda,
mine was
yeah.
called Barren Mind Improv.
Bear in mind.
Like Baron?
Barren space mind improv.
That's
and
way
then
too
it wasn't
heady.
Until
Yeah.
years later, I was like, "That's just."
Would
so
you go to
dumb.
Yale?
ASU, Arizona State University. Arizona State
What, you go to
University,
Landlord
the
College then?
The opposite of Yale.
So yours is lacking whimsy.
yeah.
There's no joke, right?
joke, it's
And there's no
Barren mind.
There's no spirit of joy. If
Yeah.
anything, that sounds like almost like a nagging. Like,
Sure. Well, and Barron
Yeah.
Trump, and it's very
Right.
fascist. I think to hear that,
Right.
it's very scary to hear in an alt
Barron
right
Trump.
kind of.
What about-
ASU's where Charlie Kirk started, and so we just have
Right.
to. It's really interesting.
the alt-right improv scene is
Yes.
blossoming.
But it's cool. It's where I cut my fucking teeth, and it's dope. And I seriously would like to get into improv. I mean, straight up, like improv is the backbone of conversation.
Oh
of-
my
it's the
God.
backbone
We used to
of
just say this thing
connection.
in college where we would do like, everything is improv. Everything is improv. And sort of what the meaning of that is that everything is like kind of improvised, right? So improv is the backbone of conversation.
of society.
And even if you're going to do some kind of more long form, written out, creative type of work, you're improvising that. For
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time.
Exactly.
Almost like our government is improvising how to freaking run this country.
Oh! Trump rule. Trump rule.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Nice.
I actually have been talking
nice.
recently, and I hate to even say a sentence like this about. What are you looking
I'm
at?
looking at your peely ass skin right
Oh, my
there.
new
Let's
ass
show that to
tattoo,
the
bro.
camera.
My
Yo.
new ass.
Bro's looking like a lizard. It got me distracted
got
for a
sepsis,
second.
bro.
Okay,
Damn.
cool.
Rubbed shit on my open
got
wound last night.
Ink
so.
bulbs in there. Yeah.
I accidentally, while talking to a woman, referred to comedy as an art form, which I mean that's
Just
gonna
slipped
be
out, unfortunately.
that's just slipped out. I had
That's
to
bad.
apologize. We're
Yeah.
not gonna talk to
you
each
have
other.
to say it's not an art
No,
form.
you
to seem
gotta own
cool
it.
on a
You gotta
first
own
date.
it.
I know.
I actually
Well,
hate
you're-
when comedians are like, I'm not an artist.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like, well,
Will
you're
and
doing
I's vibe.
something. You're doing something.
Well, I actually think
That's
that
true, yeah.
comedy is on such a animal brain, like subterranean, subconscious level.
Yeah.
That it is almost pre-art.
Sure.
What do we think about that?
I think that's something. It's
Like-
but it's not
There's
because I
something
feel like
there.
people are like, it's nothing. Like it's just a dick joke. I'm like, don't
No.
sell yourself short. You're doing something.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like usually it's like a club comedian who's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and I'm like, actually, club comedians maybe they have more grounds to be like, we're doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm an
but I'm
idiot.
like, even improvisers, it's like you are doing something
Yeah.
interesting.
You're
like,
creating a world.
Also-
An energy ball. You're going red ball, blue ball.
Red ball. And speak on that, Alex.
Dude,
I've never
orange
heard.
ball.
The thing about the red ball, blue ball, and the orange ball
What
is
that?
they stop to exist when you stop playing with them.
Fire.
And I'm like, that is some things about improv that I just love. It's like a ghost in the room. You open the door, the
Wow.
ghost flies out, never to be seen again.
Whoa.
Yes. And
Whoa.
well, Tej said something
I'm getting
when he
scared.
walked in of you had a thesis you wanted to speak about.
Yeah, I think improv is going to heal a lot of lonely men. I think improv has the power.
Can you say that
of
one more
community.
time? Just looking at the camera, I was right in front of it.
I
I'm so
think
sorry.
improv comedy is going to heal a lot of lonely men. I think
Couldn't commit to the full eye contact with that statement. Just peeled off at the
improv comedy is going to heal a lot of
lonely man.
Lonely ass.
Well,
man.
I agree, but then there's sort of that joke of like, oh, I went to an improv class and it was 24 like lonely men and then 2 like cute girls, and they're just like,
yeah.
which I'm
What do you
sure
have to
you've
say to
seen
that?
I have
that as
to
sort of
say
a
to that,
lifeguard
he
in
runs
the
the
improv
community. He runs a jam that is. I have to say a lot of that.
I'm gonna say as a community elder,
Yeah.
in the improv.
Oh,
community,
you are. You're a Jedi. You're an improv Jedi.
I don't know. I feel like I've been really lucky to be in like basically non-fest type improv spaces where it's not all guys. But I actually think it could be all guys and it could go down really badly, like really quickly. I feel like because it is actually really fun, and I feel like it is fun for everyone, like women included, but you have to actually put like a conscious effort into making it like welcoming and feel safe, because I feel like I've actually seen a lot of improv scenes where like improv scene like a scene right of people
Oh yeah.
where it's like no one is putting any effort to like stop the freaks from being fucking
Dude,
weird.
yeah.
And then it's like any social space,
Yeah.
like chaos will eventually reign if no order is implemented.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's like that with kind of any space. And it's like, well, if you let sort of like incelish weirdos be like a loud
Prosper.
minority,
Yeah.
then kind of that's what your space will feel like.
I felt that I learned that lesson doing volleyball in LA. It was like open call,
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
could show up, and then some like 50-year-old kind of sex pass guys showed up, and they were like, "Hey, that 18-year-old girl's really cool," and I was like, I guess it's my job to like be
Yes.
like, nah.
Someone has to do something. And I think at least with like the jam and stuff so far, it's like people are in tune enough with like the vibe that exists that it like kind of polices itself.
Yeah, I agree with
You
that.
guys make a whole statement up top. I went to a jam
very pro-police
2 or 3 weeks ago,
improv.
and I did still
Yes.
see some guys do the very funny classic move of, "I'm gay. This is my boyfriend. We're gay."
That's
And
so
funny.
sick.
And I was like, it actually, I hate to say it, I was kind of like, nice.
Let's
like,
go.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's still existing. That's still existing. That when, well, because you look at it and you're like, oh, these are like guys. These people are nervous. They're like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I need to make something funny.
Yeah.
And what do?
Yeah.
They retreat back to American Pie 2003.
Yeah.
Like, what if I'm a gay guy? And that still happened, even though there was like a 10-minute spiel of like, no homophobia, no transphobia.
I actually think if you are doing like kind of out of desperation, I'm gay, this is my
You're
boyfriend.
drowning, yeah.
There's actually nothing wrong with that yet.
Bodied.
There's nothing wrong with that yet.
He's the Jedi. I'm
Yeah,
not
I was
a
gonna
Jedi.
say that's like the big brain chart where it's like, you know, it's like really small brain does gay improv scene,
Yeah.
doesn't do gay improv scene, and then you master
Go
it. And you
all the way
become,
back
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
Actually,
gay guy
I'm doing
improv
a gay
scene.
guy improv
Well,
scene.
it's like it's like what's the heart of it? It's like, is the thing about the gay guy improv scene funny that you're gay? Because gay guys can do a lot of funny stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so if you're a gay guy who's doing a thing that's funny, then it's different.
I
and
was
now it's actually
reading-
you're representing a gay guy who's living a funny life.
That's what it's all about.
Amen. But I was reading this specific scene
Alex,
I watched as two guys being like, we're doing this because we
And
think it's
sure.
funny that we're gay.
And
I
that
did talk to them after,
Right.
and they were really into certain like Twitch streamers and whatever. I was like, oh, okay, this is your vibe, whatever. I will say the other there's some very classic. Like, let's do maybe improv school for anyone listening who like some funny things to hit. So like being gay, that's funny. Smoking weed in a scene. That's another classic.
I like smoking
Every
weed in
improv
a
scene
scene.
should have someone
Yeah.
get high, and that's funny if you're doing
I
that.
have to say, when people do drugs in an improv scene,
Yep.
I've seen people do drugs in an improv scene and then proceed to do the worst improv I've ever seen, like they're on real drugs.
Damn.
Yeah.
And it's
they,
like
they felt the placebo of the
right, and I'm like, people are like playing it too big. Like,
Yeah.
do a little drugs in the scene. Like,
Yeah, just do a little bit at a party.
it's like in moderation. Like, it's
Yeah.
improv. We can control it. Like, you don't need to. You don't need to OD.
OD in
that
your,
gets scary.
Yeah. You're controlling his universe.
Dude, this actually,
man.
I always say this, like,
That's how like every
yeah,
fucking improv scene
one
goes.
puff of a joint. I want to sandwich.
Yeah, that's what they all do.
you.
That's another example of just
That's what happens
drowning.
when I
You're like,
smoke weed.
I'm up there. I don't know how to be funny. It's like,
Right.
I'm smoking weed with my gay boyfriend, man.
And I'm the president, and then someone's doing a Trump impression.
That's funny though.
That's funny.
I'm smoking weed. I'm smoking weed with my gay boyfriend.
That's one of my
man.
characters I like to do.
Yeah.
That's
Drowning.
funny.
Yeah,
When you're
the-
drowning.
The drowning gay cowboy. Yeah, stoner cowboy.
Who likes
California
TV.
cowboy. Yeah, sorry.
I have complicated feelings about improv where if I'm watching amazing improv, I'm like, this is really
It's
funny.
the best.
Yeah.
Like if it's like
All-
David Letterman doing improv with Conan O'Brien, I'm like, yeah, these guys are actually low key kind of funny.
And Colbert taps them out.
Colbert taps him out. Bill Burr Johnson. But if I'm watching people, most improv, in my opinion, is pretty bad. And I like going to bad comedy shows. I love it when a stand-up comedian is not doing well. Like, I like the tension in the room.
Sure, yeah.
I like that everyone kind of looks at each other and like, wait, what are we doing here again?
It's
Like,
freaky.
if I'm not being mind controlled by a guy or girl or a non-binary person doing comedy,
Thank you.
then all of a sudden it's just like, wait, we're 100 people in a room right now? Like, what the fuck are we doing? I love that moment. But most improv I find to be not so fun to watch. I love doing improv, but I imagine that while people are watching me doing improv, they're having the same experience of like, fuck this guy.
It's interesting.
No.
It's interesting. No.
He wanted.
Thank
Clearly wanted
you.
us to say that.
Thank
That was
you.
such a statement.
Bust out the
Thank
No,
fishing
you.
rod.
they're not thinking that. They're never
Thank you.
thinking that, dude.
Thank you so much.
So I just know him pretty well.
I
So I have
actually
to say
think
stuff
this
like
about
that.
doing improv, but good.
Oh.
Where it's like, after every show, we're like, that was the best show ever.
Yeah.
Right? And I think
Except
pretty
for that
much.
one, except for that one.
Except for that one show. But I'm like, pretty much they all, like, as the performer, like, they all have to be the best show ever. And I feel like we're lucky with that show where, like, it kind of is the best show ever most of the time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you leave an improv show and you're like, that was embarrassing, you have like set yourself up for like catastrophic destruction. Like, I think like actually a lot of comedians who are doing any kind of thing, like it's all hinged on like this hidden confidence. And it's like, if that cracks for like even 1 second, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
And if it's, I think that's especially true with improv and double true with
Podcasts.
musical improv
Oh.
and podcasting.
Dude, podcasting, this
improv
takes an
podcasting.
emotional toll on
What's
me.
that one called? It was like
Can
an
we do-
earwolf thing.
Can we do
You
the
know-
kind
I
of
know you-
podcast where we do like an improv scene?
Of course.
Sure.
we knew we were going to do that today.
Oh, really?
I've been
Okay,
practicing.
okay.
And we have someone who's gonna play piano. In
I
the
was looking at
background.
a list of nouns earlier just to
Oh,
practice.
shit.
Oh.
What type of nouns?
Espresso bean. That's just one. That's one. I don't know.
Yo, these espresso beans are covered in chocolate.
Yo, we should smoke them with my gay boyfriend.
Yummers.
That's my.
Yummers. Mmm.
You like those beans, huh?
Yes,
See,
honey.
My best
Yes,
friend.
honey, I do.
I like it when you try to leave an improv scene, but the other person doesn't get it, so then you have to turn back into the. My best friend growing up loved espresso chocolate beans.
I love the like silent miscommunication of like kind of mid improv.
Yeah.
Where and it's like being on the back line, like,
Yeah.
and like that is actually like low key really beautiful.
Totally.
And I think we get to see
It's
adults.
like surfing. It's riding a wave.
Yeah, so we get to see when it's good, but when
Yeah.
it's bad, we get to see adults be like kind of vulnerable.
Totally.
And it's
Totally.
like when an adult's like,
Yeah. Flip flopping their
and I'm
hand.
like, sometimes you gotta do that, and I do that shit, but
Yes.
it's funny. It's like funny to see. It's like,
It is
Yeah.
that hand motion. Shit is like,
Yeah.
like picking two people.
Yeah.
And then making them like get on the ground in a compromising
And then
position.
the wrong guy comes.
Actually, it is just like that's the unspoken truth of hand gestures during improv.
And that's why you have to watch on video, everyone.
But it's actually beautiful when people are really good and have chemistry, and you don't need that. And then it's like, I'm like with my most trusted people in the world. I step on stage. My aura tells them.
Wow.
My aura tells them.
My
you
energy.
are the Jedi. Well, okay, another thing I love. Okay.
I have a crazy segue that's going to be kind of like a big brain thing put down on everything we've said so far is about to be matriculated into one coherent statement.
That's
matriculated.
SAT word.
That's a word I created last night.
Shout out SAT.
Which is that I think improv, you're seeing adults like play, right?
Yeah.
And I hate even that word play, but like ultimately, I do think that is kind of the point of life.
Yeah.
I call it flow state.
Yeah.
But, you know, me and Willie, I get in a lot of trouble with playing with William, like on the internet. There's a lot of guys being like, 30-year-old man making sketches or whatever, which I'm like, facts. But then someone replied to it that I don't know, who was like, yeah, what are they supposed to do? Just like stop having an imagination or something?
Yes.
But I think there's something about that that's like cringe, is like seeing adults play. And I feel that way about watching improv. I'm like,
You think it's cringe to watch adults play?
well, there's a reaction to that, I think, that people have.
Yes, people react to well, okay, I actually have a thought about this. This is why improv has healing capabilities.
Oh, shit.
Because the cringe response to watching adults play is like coming from like a dark,
that's a red
place.
flag. That's a bad
It's like
thing.
if you can't watch an improv show without being like, it's cringe.
Yeah.
It's like, what problem do you have with yourself?
With joy.
That it's like joy is pissing you off.
It's like my ex-girlfriend.
You said
Not
it.
gonna touch that.
You
Not
said
gonna
it.
touch that. No, she used to. No, I'm just kidding.
She lacked joy.
Yeah, I guess joy is a better word for that.
I mean, it's like people approach life with like
Then play.
self-seriousness and like all these like other things where it's like you see play and you don't value it. It's like you're hurting. You're in pain because play is like the most free kind of form way you could spend time.
Yeah, it's good for your brain.
And I think like people who have the cringe response of like about like to play. Nice, bless you.
How are we feeling about that light on?
I'm liking it.
Okay,
Still liking
kind of
it.
cozy, kind of
Focus
spa
point. I'm,
vibes.
like,
It's a
giving it my
focus.
People who are cringing at play, it's like I don't know. I don't fuck with that. I don't like that. I feel like
I don't either on a logistical level, but I have that within me. Like I will see people goofing off.
yeah.
There's still a line of like cringe or not within cringe.
Yeah.
Like there's a level of cringe where I'm like, that's sick. You're just like letting your freak flag fly and you don't give a fuck. Which I think goes back to that confidence that you're talking about. Like if someone is just like, I don't give a fuck, I'm doing May, then it's cool. But I don't know. There's still a gray area where I'm like,
You can like sense insecurity
yes.
in play. Like so when people are doing improv, like it actually can be a little bit cringe if you get the feeling that they're fishing and they are fishing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Dude, that's like that goes back to my clown training, which is sort of the dark art of improv. I feel like
Yeah. Dude, it literally
is evil improv where
clown
people like,
is math, and then you know how all science is math? Like
Oh.
you know how it's like it's like first like it's like physics is like math. Like you can get physics out of math, right?
Yep.
And then chemistry is just physics. And then like biology is just chemistry.
Yeah.
And then it's like at the end of the day, everything's just math.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I think all
Yeah,
forms of
definitely.
comedy return to clown.
Absolutely.
Interesting. I do too, but it's not that like. Well, it's like talked about now, I guess.
I guess now
It's the oldest art form.
It's
the
low-key
oldest
played.
comedic form.
Farting.
In the age of kings and cavemen.
It's true, man. But there's people in clown who do that, like that are just like trauma dumping shit, and you're like, yo, chill.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, going back to your original thesis of improv will heal the lonely man.
Yeah.
Speaking to a lonely man, let's say this, suburbia.
Chicago.
Well, that's actually good if you're in suburban Chicago because you can go right on down to Second City and
I was setting
IO
you up.
and all these
I was
improv
setting you
theaters.
up. I was
But
setting
let's
you
say
up.
you're actually in Nevada. You're in suburban Reno, Nevada.
Oh,
you are very
screech.
isolated and lonely, and you just turned 34. Let's just say that.
Right.
And you are listening to this, and you go, "Holy shit, this fucking Tej guy, he's onto something." you think they show up, they take an improv class, that will heal them because they'll be around other people, they'll play. What are your thoughts?
I think if you learn the requisite lesson from the improv class, which is not about improv, it's about release of inhibition to play, to feel comfortable with yourself enough to bear yourself to other people, like through play.
Yeah.
And I think like people will be like, well, I learned how to establish a scene and I still have no friends. It's like, well, that's not the lesson.
You're not
that was
funny
gonna
enough,
help you.
dude. You gotta get your zingers. Got to be better.
Well, okay, wait. What do you think? You know that thing that's been going really viral on Instagram Reels of this like random improv group in like somewhere in suburban America, and they're so
I
not
kind of
funny.
know that.
And like, but their reels have been like hateful viral, and it is, but it's so pure because it's like what they're doing. You can't even begin to understand the joke in it, but it's just being like, excuse me.
Well,
like,
I don't, because they're like recording.
Right, they're having fun.
I think they're not even like recording shows. They're like recording practice.
Yeah, they're recording
sessions.
practices.
And I think that's actually the most base shit ever.
Yeah, totally.
Because, well, like you're sitting on Instagram and you're like fucking nerd ass motherfucking unfunny losers.
Yeah.
They're in a room with their friends, lifted as fuck, having fun.
Literally giggling at
Literally laughing with your friends.
What's
essential.
gonna get better than
Beat
that?
that.
What's kind of cool about it is there's no thought. They're just walking out and saying anything that comes to mind of like with like a weird prompt of like that one grocery store employee be like, and it's just like, okay, Oreo, and that's it. And then
What
they
would
just
you
run
do
back.
if that was your prompt? That one grocery store
I would go
employee
Oreo,
be like,
and I'd move around, or
I would go, did you want Wrigley's or Jelly Rolls? Which
I'd be
doesn't make
like-
any sense.
I'd be like paper or plastic or metal.
yes, that's exactly what they're doing.
We should start doing this. We don't have an improv team. Well, we do have a
We do
dark
have an improv
improv team.
Yes,
that I'm not allowed on.
It's like
You are allowed on
I
it.
just learned this.
Do you
from
want to
someone.
substitute for me?
When?
I don't know. We have
We
no
don't have a show booked.
Wait, don't we have a show at Oberlin and we're getting paid like $2,000 or something?
We do?
That happened a while. Like William was texting about it, but it fell off. I bet he took the money from
No. That's what it really sounds like. If Peekaboo Wonderful got robbed for 2 G's by Will,
It's over.
I think they have like a conference, but I basically think, and I've been to it 3 times with my other team, but I think the students like blew
Revolted,
the budget.
yeah.
They were not able to secure the budget, so we basically lose out on. A
So
lot of
great.
money.
Brooklyn creatives are getting screwed
Yes,
over yet
and,
again.
The one gig for improv comedians.
Yeah,
is
once
just
a year, go to
completely
Oberlin
weird.
College.
I literally with
$2,000.
Chicken Big, we would do 1 gig at Oberlin College, make our money for the year, and we would like buy props. It would finance all our shows.
How much money
like,
does an improv team need for 1 year? It's like,
we would get? Well, we do much more than improv. We're a theater company.
sorry about that.
So
didn't
and
mean to.
we
sorry,
would get about
didn't-
$3,000, and that would really help us out with getting props. We're makers. We do a lot of making.
Sure, yeah.
A lot of making. We got to do a lot of prototyping, testing, that kind of stuff.
Inventing,
So,
yeah.
You guys are pushing the limits of improv. You guys are on the far end of the
yeah. I'd say we're blending improv and theater.
blending.
Blending a little bit, Alice, as
blending
well.
improv.
You guys
Wow,
are on
you're
America's
good.
Got Talent, right?
Yes, we
Do you want to speak on that experience a little bit, or
Honestly, hellishly weird.
really?
Like, it wasn't like not fun to be there because I think those 2 guys are like my best friends. So I'm like, I'm happy to be anywhere.
Yeah.
And we got to go to LA for a while, so that was cool. But
That's sick.
ultimately, the experience of shooting it, weird, weird. It's just like it's like a content factory.
Yeah.
And then like they did this thing where we all are like computer science majors and we're comedians, and so they're like they're obsessed with the like narrative that we're nerds.
Yeah.
But we're all like pretty chill, and we're like on set like having fun. And they're like, "Hey, you're in the background of some B-roll. Could you like not be playing around? Like, could you like seem
Be
like
nerdy?
Can
Yeah.
you seem like nerds?" And we're like, "Oh, okay." And then you know how they do the interviews on
Yeah.
America's Got Talent? They were feeding us the answers
Really?
verbatim.
Which is what? They wanted a sob story?
They wanted
or
us
what?
to be like fucking like, well, we like inventing, and we have made a wonderful invention that will really change the way Simon sees the world.
And they were like, say that, and you were like, no, that's not.
Well, they were like, say that, and we're like, we would like not say it, and they're like, oh, that's really cool, but like, what if you said that?
Let's just try it one more time.
Yes, it was really like the like producer
did
being
you
like,
give
let's
them
do
that?
this, let's do this.
That's-
And, I mean, eventually, I don't even think it aired because it's not even compelling. It's like
Yeah,
lame
yeah.
to be like nerdy. And
It's like made up
Why
of.
don't you take like 3 charismatic guys and make them losers?
Yeah. Just take the air out of the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I don't know.
Well, for
Three swagged out
anyone
guys.
listening who isn't aware, can you describe what the performance?
Yeah, so Chicken Big is my trio. We started as an improv team. We've expanded.
They're a theater company now.
Now we're a theater company.
We just learned this.
I got you.
Money's tight, so we might downsize back to an improv team.
Sure.
You fire one.
If anyone out there,
yeah, we're gonna be doing PayPal in the.
Yeah.
We actually will QR code in the YouTube video. 87 views, last one.
Basically, we had a clown act called the Human Blender, where I wear NutriBullet on my head, like the container, and then I get filled up with like strawberries, bananas, kind of milk stuff, like sometimes ice, juice. We let the audience pick. It's like a build your own type shit.
Oh, shit.
You're going grocery shopping every day for this bit.
It's honestly costs about $50
Every time we're running.
Yeah. So I'm on my knees. I'm getting filled up.
I'm getting filled up.
And the whole thing slightly erotic elements
Interesting.
to it.
Okay.
So
I've seen it once.
yes, and then I basically close that cap up, and then Lars comes out, another guy. He's got the bass on. And so now we have to bend our heads, like,
Because it's connected on top of these helmets.
and then we have to connect our helmets, and that is very like invocative of penetration.
Right. You know, it's
So-
funny because I watched this and I wasn't picking up on the subtext of
Yes.
the sexuality.
Well, because it's so goofy that
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
yeah.
not even thinking about sex, but if you think about it like critically,
someone
for
doing
Totally.
a
It's
second,
like-
You are the
It's like
penis.
docking. Like
yes,
you're
it's
like-
docking.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
dead ass. It's
Literally
like
docking.
we have to like find and connect with like my friend's hole, and then after we do it, there's even like goo,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is the smoothie, and then I take the goo out, and then the third guy, Ebon, he's wearing a cup. I pour it in his head.
People go crazy
Wow.
for that shit.
It's some crazy shit.
Well, so-
and you know what's crazy? It was like so random. Never been able to write anything that has
Like-
remotely the same response.
It's just like there's something about you guys trying to get it into each other that the whole audience is just like, yeah, this is exactly what I want to be watching right now.
I've never done any bit in any medium that has worked
Just-
remotely like that.
Yeah.
Well. It's
And that's what
crazy.
you did on America's Got Talent.
That's what we did.
Well,
on
how long
American
did you guys practice that before you got it well? Were
we
you just in
normally
like a
do it-
garage?
We normally do it for 15 minutes.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a long like thing
Damn.
we do.
Yeah.
And America's Got Talent was like, give it to us in 90 seconds.
Jesus.
So for like 2 months, we were hitting really tight choreography
Oh
practice.
my God.
Like twice a week, like 3
Indoors
hours
on the
Yeah.
street?
We
Yeah.
rented a theater space, and we were like,
Where you had to get messy.
that happened.
yeah,
That's
and
what
we were
happened to
doing
the
like
budget.
dry run, like,
Wow.
and we had it like choreographed, like
With just like trail mix and
to the
shit, just
beat
to
and
try
with
to.
the music, yeah. And honestly, that was the only time in Chicken Big history where we've been like fighting with each other.
Damn.
Where he's like,
Hollywood. It's
He's
sad
like-
what it does to
we're
these
like literally-
brutal troops, man.
actually, this is the dark side of America's Got Talent. We're in the hotel room, and like we're like going up in like an hour or whatever, and we're like nervous. And he's like, Lars is like, we got to practice more. I'm like, we've been practicing for 2 fucking months. Like, if we miss, we miss. And he's like, we got to fucking practice more. He's like, you don't understand the power of rehearsal. And I'm like, dude, you're fucking like up my ass. Like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this right now.
Yeah.
And it's like truly getting hostile for the first time in our like 10-year existence.
Yeah. And you're talking
Wow.
about the human blender.
The human blender.
You don't understand the power of rehearsal.
But
It
it
is
went
so
well.
hard to fight about a clown bit.
Totally.
It feels stupid.
That is the craziest feeling
But then it
ever.
ultimately went well.
Dude, and we hit the connection, and when we were on the stage, we
You couldn't have even tell.
no,
that-
it was like
that-
it was actually a cheat code because they had a light coming from the top. We could see our shadows.
Wow.
So we lined up the shadows and we hit it first try.
And that never happened in rehearsal. You never
That
had
never
the lights.
happened in rehearsal.
Breaking ass news
Yeah,
right
that was
here.
like-
for the
we-
real chicken big heads
Well, it's
out
like when you
there.
practice enough, like you can manipulate the form.
You can manipulate time.
And then we're like so locked in. We're like, I see that shadow. I know that shadow.
Whoa.
And I know he knows that shadow. And our aura
yeah.
is doing the inner. Is
So
like
you
doing the
believe in a bit of
interconnected.
telepathic communication between collaborators in the improv
If
space.
you really have a bond with your co-collaborators, I feel like the sky is the limit.
That is an amazing feeling, being like,
Yes.
I know what your next move is, and I'm going to plan mine around that.
That's flow state.
That's
flow state.
dual flual state, or even TO. Oh, even TO.
Amazing.
That's like me and Alex when we're on this podcast, bro.
Yes.
We're like bloodhounds circling the prey,
man.
and we're taking little bites, almost like velociraptors circling the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes,
Rawr.
bro, yes.
Also, I know the feeling of getting into a serious fight about something stupid like this
hard.
podcast. But we've never gotten a serious fight. But anytime like we get in trouble for this podcast, we're always just like, why are we doing this? What am I doing? I mean, my friends are having kids, right? And I'm just making Instagram reels. So.
But the reels are your babies. No, the reels are your babies.
The reels are my babies.
And every time you like it, that's like getting the baby
like
a gift.
Touching my
That's patting the baby on the head and getting it a little present for the baby shower. Everyone who's been engaging with the reels, thank you so much. And so the blender docked. You guys achieved your successful docking on stage.
So then we got
Simon sipped the smoothie
from a 12-foot straw.
That's right.
Simon hit it from a 12-foot.
Yeah,
and his Botox probably got in the way of kind of sucking that straw.
Honestly, I think because
we don't
fuck Simon Cowell. No,
when a straw's that long, it really hurts.
That's true.
And I think his lips were bleeding.
No,
but he's like a showman.
Yeah.
So he was like sucking through the pain.
Ooh.
Like pulling, and I think they cut it on TV.
Damn.
But it took like
I want to see that
60
footage.
seconds.
Yeah.
And the audience was like screaming, and then it was kind of took like an awkwardly long time. But the sickest thing about that whole deal was we got 4 no's, right? We got 4 X's, and then we stood on stage and we're like, you don't want to do this.
You don't want to X us like
We're
this?
like, you're making a mistake.
Yeah.
We're like on stage, and they're like, all right, get off. And we're like, no, you don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then we got 3 of them to change their mind.
That is insane.
And then Howie was like,
damn, you
this
met
is
Howie
loneliness.
Mandel.
Howie Mandel was like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not interested in what 3 single weirdos have to say.
Jesus.
And then I was like, Howie. You may not know this, but none of us are single. Audience goes crazy. People are screaming, and it's true. All 3 of us loving relationships.
Bow.
Wow.
Bodied.
Wow.
Yeah.
The opposite is true for us. We are just warriors on the dark path.
But come summertime, everything's good.
Warriors on the dark path.
Everything's gonna be different.
I'm gonna say June 19th
Why?
for
Why
Alex.
do you think that's
Juneteenth,
why do you think this is?
Well, it's
That
a
is
little
an amazing question.
It's a little self-destructive.
I've been a serial monogamous my entire life. This is the first time I've ever been single in my life, and I will not release it. I'm addicted to being single.
I get that feeling from our conversations.
What do you mean?
You like being single.
I love being single, but not even in like a I can't fuck.
Yeah.
Just in like my
I'm
time.
doing me.
Yeah.
I'm doing me.
Even like I have a new. I think it's just getting older. I'm like super protective of my time, and if I'm rocking with someone and it's like, kind of not a good vibe, I'm just kind of like,
out.
I gotta go home and just strip naked.
You have
in my
to hang
room.
out with someone constantly. They better be an awesome ass friend.
It better be a good ass time.
It better be the best.
So
friend.
I don't know, and that's probably why I'm really liking being single and low key, because the next one has to be the one. That's got to be Miss Jodie Foster Duncan.
Sure, that's the 30s mentality.
That's the 30s
You're
mentality.
kind of thinking.
Horrible
Yeah.
mentality to date
That
from.
is a crazy.
But
one.
you can't escape from it. I'm like, the next woman I'm with, because I want to be with a woman, is gonna be my wife.
That's fabulous.
Well, it's actually pretty bad to date from that perspective.
No,
First date.
I don't think it is.
I don't either, really.
I literally think it's
therapist says
actually
it is.
it's healthy to be like, I'm dating someone, to be like, let's like not play games.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
It's pretty intense. Dates feeling a lot more like job interviews these days.
That's interesting.
And I'm going like this. First thing, I host a podcast called The Male Loneliness Project. They hit a button.
I mean, well, I was gonna say way going back is I have gotten out of this, but on every first date I would go and I'd be like, I do comedy. It sucks. Or I wouldn't bring it up on the first date. I would do it on the second date. No, like, and that's, I realized that after years I was like, and like, it wasn't until like women were being like, it's weird. It's like unattractive. To hear you be like, oh, like self-deprecating
so
in that
many
way.
people would be like, you do comedy? That's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Tell me all about
now,
it. You're so
now I've
interesting.
overcome this, but I felt that, especially with like, I would often be like, second date, I'd be like, so I actually do comedy and host a podcast. They'd be like, why didn't you just say that on the first date?
No,
I was
you
like,
can't
I was
be
like, because
ripping-
it's like embarrassing.
You can't
And
be
they're
ripping
like,
Male Loneliness Project on the first date.
now I say it. Now I, like,
the
know how
idea
to
that
bring
you're
it up,
embarrassed
but-
by like a dream you're pursuing,
Yeah.
I'm soft right now.
Thank you, Tej. Thank you for saying that.
That is beautifully said.
Yeah.
I'm soft as a turtle's
No,
neck right now.
yeah, it's like at a certain point, it's like, well, what the hell? Like,
Own
what
it,
are
bro.
you-
Like, put your whole dick into your
That
art,
is how I
like-
feel.
Yeah, you
currently.
do have to do that.
But it's like, so it really makes me cringe to think about being on, like, I can picture sitting at a bar being like, it's like stupid.
I mean,
It's
another
like
thing
alt
I've
comedy,
learned,
and it's like, ugh.
I've learned on
What's
the
the point?
on the dark path is
Uh-huh.
like, just everyone is so different. You'll say one thing to someone and they'll be like, "That's literally the lamest thing I've ever heard. You're a loser." And you say the same thing to someone else and they're like, "Oh my god, that's amazing." And you're just like, "Oh, like you should be true to yourself as possible.
Well, actually, saying you host the Male Loneliness Project is kind of dope. Actually.
I mean, it has.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because that makes you sound like a warrior of light.
Well, and it's so overtly a crazy.
I love how you view the world in like shaman warrior terms. You're like, that's a path of light. That's a dark orb that you don't want to look into.
Right. Well,
improv.
You guys are the ones. You're like, we're warriors on the path of darkness.
Yeah.
And I'm like that. Saying that you host the Male Loneliness Project, like you're trying to cure this darkness in the world.
Totally.
You're a warrior of light.
Absolutely.
Well, we're candle holders on the path of darkness, and we're trying to build a lighthouse.
That's interesting.
In the peninsula of male loneliness.
Well, I also think there's
It's
the
a shine
classic.
light.
The peninsula of male loneliness. It's very phallic.
On the it's a penis-shaped peninsula, and it's on the sound of the incel sound.
And there's a Bermuda Triangle of sorts as well.
There's a Bermuda Triangle.
It's where the relationships go to disappear.
Yeah. Shit. And then there's Relationship Island, but we've never been there,
That's
bro.
like Lost.
Damn.
Right. You get stuck on that island.
End up there, and you finally return.
You get stuck on that island.
mainland.
You go on a couple trips. You go to Europe, maybe Washington D.C., and then next thing you know, it's over.
Vancouver. Yeah.
Babe, we should go to Washington D.C.
To Montreal.
Let's do a week in Washington D.C. Go to some museums.
Yeah.
Going to DC for a trip. I'm like, I'd literally rather kill myself.
I know. I mean, I'm from Maryland. D.C., I would go there on dates. That's a high-quality date in high school
Sure.
that shows interest in a woman. We're going to go to the Spy Museum. I'm going to mansplain
I
love
James
that
Bond
place
movies
as a
to you
kid.
for 3.5 hours.
Oh.
Spy Museum
Does that
date.
still exist? Spy Museum?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
big.
that place was so cool.
You know what's interesting? I feel like, at least in my relationship, if I even sense the opportunity to mansplain, I'm like, we need to leave this room.
Okay, what do you mean?
I'm just like, we need to get out of
what room? Like,
like
any
we need to
room?
like leave
Just
the
whatever is in this
situation.
room.
Like,
Yeah.
Like I just feel like there are certain things that I'm like, actually, as your friend, it's my job to protect you from this.
Interesting.
And
Oh,
so-
like Final Fantasy VII.
Right,
like, you don't need to know the nitty-gritties of Cloud
Yeah.
Sword.
It's like, yeah, sure. Like I watch my animes, blah blah. I will not sit here and
lecture.
explain it to you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of guys who are like, dude, like my girl's gotta like Naruto.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you on about?
I'm like that in many ways.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. But I was mansplained to recently.
Yeah.
And it has, I mean, as a man, I rarely get mansplained to, but
It sucks when it happens.
it was so insane. It was
Yeah.
like, because also mansplaining is so popular, like lexicon, whatever now,
Yeah.
that I'm like, you don't realize you're doing this to like 9 people, some of which are men. He was talking about how
It was to a group.
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
Bad.
It was
What
how-
was he talking about?
It was about how the highways in LA were made before cars went really fast, so they're really like turny and quick. And we were all like, "Yeah, dude, everyone learns that when they moved to LA like 12 years ago." It was brutality.
That's tough.
I just feel bad for
I have
anyone
something
out
I
there.
wanna say.
That really
I'm not
reminds me
gonna
the
say it.
BQE is really similar.
Yeah.
It's built before trucks.
What do you want to say, man?
No, it's just rude to a friend, and that's just I'm not gonna say something, or we're gonna put a bookmark in it.
That's
But it's
incredible.
A friend mansplaining something. It was a
So
friend
this is gonna be a
mansplaining bartending.
post-podcast.
A friend who's never bartended
You
mansplained
shouldn't,
bartending
yeah.
to me for
This
about
is for the
10
Patreon.
minutes straight.
We do a post podcast kind of Game of Thrones recap style fireplace lounge.
Yeah.
All the real life drama.
Yeah, we say horrible shit about people that are super close to us and live in this
and we
apartment.
still record, but that's for a Patreon feed that costs $100.
Patreon
a
coming
week.
in 3 years.
Yeah, $100 a week.
It's a slow launch.
It's a slow launch.
Yep.
We like to say that this season, the 3rd season of the podcast, not a lot of podcasts do season. I think it's a great way to do
It's
it.
a good way to break it
Is
down.
the this is the 1st season of the podcast.
basically
The
is.
first 2 were kind of like basement maintenance,
Yeah,
just
the
like how do
beta test.
microphones work? Like what are we even talking about?
We finally figured it out. We
I have to
finally
say,
cracked it.
the
Yes.
process feels good right now.
Like right now?
Like I walked in here. You're like, this is the chair we use.
Yeah.
Like just take your mic, sit on the bed, no
Well
pressure. Here's a
oiled.
coffee. I walked in here. I got a coffee.
Boom!
Waiting
Well-
in the mug. I didn't have to pour anything.
Will was extra, like, we didn't talk before. Like, it felt really unspoken. Like, we're actually in the groove of doing this now.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, Alex showed up on time and early, actually.
That
was
so,
pretty-
So
pretty
actually,
cool.
just let's not talk right now. Let's get it going on
Didn't
mic.
even have to check
I'm
the
gonna set
mics.
everything up. We're really official now.
I will
and how do
say-
you feel sitting on the bed? It feels nice and cozy.
It's a comfortable bed.
And it's kind of like the aesthetic, like we're friends in a room.
Right.
That's-
And it's like
Yes.
how men don't like hang out in their bedrooms together, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what other context other than podcasts do like men get together to hang in their bedroom and like talk? Imagine if we did this without microphones. Imagine if we were sitting exactly like this and we were talking. We wouldn't have reached the levels, the
But
depths.
we might. I think we
Well,
would.
it's funny because we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we'd be in the living room.
But I'm like, I feel like it's actually totally chill for all of us. Like,
yes.
if we were like, let's go hang out in Will Duncan's room, like,
and talk about relationships. For
like,
a second.
I think we would all get a lot out of that still.
I think so.
But we just don't do that.
We don't.
I was interested in when you were grilling me and Alex about our no relationship lifestyle. I feel like that's. I mean, I get to talk about myself. That's cool.
What
yeah.
What do you think?
No,
tapping out.
No, I just don't want to
get
I don't want to get into it too much, but I feel like I really wanted a girlfriend, and then I suddenly realized I don't want a girlfriend right now, and I made a choice a month ago to end something, and
it's been nothing but net.
I've been kind of regretting it, and I've also just been like, but it's amazing also.
Yeah.
I feel too busy. Okay, I feel too busy to be in a relationship, and then when I think about what my life is, I'm like, this is so stupid that I'm busy.
That is funny.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I'm too busy like filming my dumb movie and doing this podcast and like doing this and then I'm like, this is like I'm like, oh, I have issues with my own weird Brooklyn like lifestyle.
Interesting.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, that isn't. I feel like you just have to decide that you're like ready for one.
I really.
It's
thought
also
I wanted
like if
one,
you meet the right person, your whole schedule becomes modular. Like you're just like, all of a sudden I have time to see you for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You're feeling.
No, I just don't want to talk
that.
about it too much because I'm like, I don't want her to like listen.
No, totally. We'll just bleep this whole part out.
But whatever.
Just what you're saying. Me and Tej will still.
No. We could leave this in. I just am like, yeah.
I think relationships are awesome.
I feel right now that making my movie and doing my podcast is my girlfriend.
That's a beautiful. That's a beautiful sentence.
If you're in love, because then either way, that's good because you got love in your life.
I'm in love with the medium.
I'm in love with the medium.
With the medium of podcasting.
I got it for the medium.
I mean, we've been just doing so much work for it. I don't know.
It's so funny how much we work on this bullshit. I mean, it's finally getting streamlined where it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And the William Banks speed bump into season 3 kind of jostled everything around, but now I feel like we're ready to lock in. Also, we were posting too much apparently, and people are getting kind of freaked out.
I don't think people really. I just felt it.
I like the publicity push.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I like when you came. To
I also like that you can tell that it's happening. Like you're like, okay, those boys are drinking coffee and like making shit. Like
I'm like, okay, their other project ended. Yeah, and like now they're working on this, and it's like Alex Senti's at the improv gym. He's going up after a set. He's like, guys, by the way, I'm on Sauce Podcast. Male Loneliness Project, check it out. It's like the verbal town crier plug of the podcast is a dead art.
Is lit.
I did it at a. Oh yeah, we did a stand-up show where I also did it.
Yes,
I did it twice. I plugged it twice in person just to end it.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of an easy ending of doing comedy now.
It is.
Just be like,
sounds like a joke.
Follow it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like there's a function.
Yes,
there's
it's playful.
There's a
it's dead serious.
And were you at the activation event?
Or pop up.
No,
interesting. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, you're in a relationship. It makes sense.
Something else I'm remembering now is you told me this a long time ago, but after you went on America's Got Talent, you performed for T-Pain.
Yeah.
He flew you out into his living room, right?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You didn't know this?
Did you know about this?
No, that's fucking
He just told me like a party once, like 6 months ago.
Yeah, dude. Our friend from college is like friends with a bunch of like Twitch producers. And he was like, yo, man, T-Pain's producer is like looking for someone. And he's like, you want to go? So then T-Pain, this was a year ago from now.
Yeah.
T-Pain flew us to his house he was renting at Coachella. And he was like,
do your thing.
Well, basically they were like, it's going to be a party and you're going to do a show at T-Pain's like Coachella pool party. And it's going to be like crazy. It's going to be fun. And we're like, that's awesome. Like, it's T-Pain friends and family type stuff. And then we get there, and they were like, oh, it's actually not on the day we thought, and there's no party. You're going to do it on a Monday. After he had like 12 hours of rehearsal, they like come back from work, and they're like tired, and they're like eating dinner on the couch. And then we come out, and it's literally T-Pain, his best friend, his wife, and his niece. And like maybe like one other production person. And they're like, oh, and they're like live streaming all day long. They live stream in the studio. They live stream on the car on the way home. They got like a full. And they were like, oh yeah, we got comedy on the stream schedule tonight. And then like T-Pain is like tired. And we're like in the other room with blenders on our heads, like looking at T-Pain on our phone. And he's like, oh, we got comedy. I'm not in the mood for comedy.
He says that?
Literally, we're watching the stream, and he's like, I'm not in the mood for
you're dressed
comedy.
like-
You've
and
been
I'm like
flown
wearing a
across the
fucking
country.
suit and tie with a blender on
Yeah,
my head.
yeah.
And I'm just like looking at my friends, like, oh, we're cooked, bro.
Yeah.
And then we go out and we do it, and they were like really polite.
Yeah.
And we did a show for them ultimately in the living room. And then the producers were like, just like go and like do your bit and then have fun. I'm like, okay. And then we like let T-Pain wear the smoothie thing and try to make a smoothie with someone. And we taught him the tricks. And then after like 40 minutes of hanging out with us, he was like, all right, I got to make some music, but you guys can like chill. Like we got a chef and like we got like a bunch of bottles.
Whoa.
And like we got some weed. So if you guys want to hang out, do you. And then we hung out with T-Pain's niece, who's really cool. Shout out Sandy.
Nice.
And then we
Shout
hung out with his friend, this guy named Pip, who was like kind of an older gentleman who
Kind of like a British, like,
yeah,
Pippy.
he was doing a little
Pippy.
edgelord stuff.
Interesting.
Fine.
Pip, how old do you think he was?
Late 30s, 40s.
That is a pretty insane event. That's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
And it was weird. And we like went to Coachella for one day, and then the next day we did that, and then the next day we went home and we stayed at like a highway motel. And it was like trippy.
And you guys are just like, this is it. This is. I'm assuming you got paid pretty well.
I'm
maybe?
paid, by the way.
That's pretty lovely to hear that. We
I'm paid, by the way.
got paid.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
How long was the performance?
Straight up like 45 minutes, and then
Just in a living room.
Do you think T-Pain was like, I like that, or someone else was like,
and
T-Pain would
T-Pain-
love this?
No, T-Pain actually wouldn't stop telling us about the act they had on the week before, which was this thing called Karjutsu. You guys know about this?
No,
It's
no,
like
no,
you
yeah.
sit in a car. They have like these fake cars that are made for Karjutsu, and it's like you're in the driver's seat, someone's in the passenger seat, and you can like you use the things in the car, and you have to like try to subdue the other person.
That sounds pretty awesome.
And he like bought a Karjutsu car, and it was like sitting in the driveway, and it's like a car meant for fighting in.
That's
And
just
you like
stationary.
use the seatbelt and you use the steering wheel, and like he was like telling us about Karjutsu, and we're like, all right, it's clear you don't think that this was dope.
Yeah.
Well, and he's just like eating beans while you guys are performing the whole time.
Yeah, he was just
or-
like eating his dinner and then like made a drink, and he was like, all right, let's see some comedy, I guess.
I feel like you and T-Pain would get along like personally,
yeah,
just specifically you.
I think so. The vibe, unfortunately,
Was not.
was that we were hanging out with his kids, and he was like our friend's dad.
Yeah.
And like his friend would like be edgy and like whatever, like make stupid ass jokes, and then T-Pain would like come outside the glass sliding door, and we were like smoking weed outside. He'd be like, "Is he bugging you? Like, you better behave." All right, I'm gonna be inside.
All right, Mr. Pain.
Keep that guy away from me. I don't like him.
You
And
have
I'm
a good
almost
night,
like,
Mr.
we
Pain.
took
Thank you for
one
having us.
photo of the night, and
Yep.
it was too dark, and you can't see anyone's face.
Awesome.
So we kind of have no evidence that
Let's
this,
just use
like,
AI. Let's just juice that up.
Yeah,
Fever
those
dream
are the
happened.
memories that life's all about.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
I don't
So-
think I've ever had to perform for like a small star power audience.
It was weird as
That
fuck.
sounds, and you can like see him the whole time.
And a lot of our performance is like clowning, like it's like
Yeah,
on our
like-
head, and I'm like, and it's like I'm looking at T-Pain
T-Pain.
5 feet away from me, like, whoa, whoa.
And he's like on his phone. And
It
you're like,
was so bad.
well, you got to go to Coachella. Maybe you
that's
saw.
I got to go to
gestures. That is
Coachella.
gesturing.
Did
what
you see
did.
someone that you like at Coachella?
Not really.
Yeah.
I have
I can't
a
believe people at
question.
Coachella right now. What's
I
up?
have a different question. Well, kind of going back to the basic. Well, you are an improv teacher. Is that fair
just
to
started
say?
teaching,
You
yeah.
started teaching. Have you, in your experience teaching Chinese, in your experience Chinising,
I didn't
have
say that.
you? I thought you said Chinese.
I said, cheese.
Okay, cheeshness. Have you experienced a guy who showed up who is so lonely and bizarre, and like the first day you're like, ah, fuck, this motherfucker's in the class, but you've seen him grow. You've trained him.
I don't think I've ever felt that way about a student where I'm like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's like a process that
Bodied.
happens.
That's a good answer. That's why he's a good teacher.
Well, I think it's like
Professor Khanna. He's
people
a
are
good
always
teacher.
at different places, and it's like a process over the course of the class where like the students can become friends. And I mean, I've only taught 2 classes so far, but I've seen this process happen over the course of like the 7 weeks. That
Do
both
you
classes
follow your
happen.
students back on Instagram?
Yeah, if they follow me first.
Okay.
Well, I'm not like
Yeah, that would
seeking
be
it out,
that
really.
would not be good, man.
Yeah, that's I feel like
Can you get like a master's degree? And I guess my college has a comedy
Emerson
degree, which I think is childish.
seems
That's what you majored in, though, right?
That's what I majored
You
in.
majored in comedy?
No. Everyone thinks I'm from California. Majored in comedy. but I didn't. I'm from Maryland. I majored in writing for film and television.
Much better.
The Aaron Sorkin way.
Much more respectful, yes.
Thank you. Yes.
You're good at both.
I appreciate that, Tej.
You could tell
Comedy is losing its luster for me.
Yeah, you've been saying this for like about 3 years.
As long as you've known me. Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much since the day I met you, you're like, I'm not sure what I'm doing here.
I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know. I think it comes from a long-standing need for outside validation.
Yeah.
That it feels like I don't really want that anymore.
I remember you were citing the darkness in the world.
Yeah,
To be like, it's trivial to do something silly.
that comes and goes, but I don't totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Like, I think being silly is good, and that's good for the world.
So where are you at now?
I definitely have respect for comedy, Chinus. I have always been drawn to comedy because the art of public speaking. Like, if someone, I hate it when you see someone funny on the internet, or not even funny, but like famous, and then you see them live, and you're like, bro, you could not even hold a room of like 20 people at a wedding. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That is what most of it is for me. It's
that's
just like,
funny because that's your most raw power.
What?
I think is
Just-
like
Holding
commanding a room.
Yeah, he's great at
That's
I think
what
you're
I'm
really good at.
Thank
that.
you. I'm interested in that. I think that's the cool part. But I think it's more so just like, damn, the crowd comes and goes. This is mostly just about me getting my rocks off, and I don't need it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think people are like not ready to accept that it's more fleeting than it feels like.
What do you mean? The joy of the dopamine rush of making
The
people...
dopamine rush of comedy, but also like material itself. Like maybe it's different because I don't make that much like long form video stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe that has more staying power, but I'm like, at least in like the stand up world, people are like so precious. They're like, I don't want to post this joke as a reel.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
da, 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 da. And it's like,
You're kind of fucked.
dude, name 3 jokes from your favorite comedian from like when we were growing up. Like jokes are fleeting. Like it all comes and goes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. Maybe people are like really up on that. I think I have an approach where I'm like, kind of like, I don't care.
I mean, that's the right way. It's also so gnarly now because I'm like, what is a comedian now? It's like a TikTok guy that's like, the face your coworker makes when you bring Gatorade in.
Yeah, you have to be an actor, a producer, a director, and a
marketer
writer.
major, multi-hyphenated.
It's getting ridiculous.
But I do like making people laugh. I think it's a cool thing. I used to have this thing where I would compare music and comedy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most creative people I know, when I was like 23 or whatever, you're either like, oh, you're a musician, or you're like a comedian, performer, theater person.
Yeah.
It's very specific to you.
I know. I feel like...
or like there's like visual arts type people.
Yeah.
But maybe that's who you knew.
I knew some of those people. But I just used to be like, music is easy and stupid. And comedy is actually hard. And
wild take.
I know, crazy take. I don't have that take anymore. I mean, I remember talking to a girl at a party and being like, I think music is stupid. And she got mad at me. She was like, what the fuck is your problem? I was like, yo, I just moved to New York. What's up? Get away from me, please. I'm covering your eyes so you can't see me.
No pics.
Give me your phone. Give me your phone. I don't think that anymore. But I do think there's something about, like, comedy, you get immediate feedback about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Music, you don't. Like, you could go up on stage, play guitar for a minute and a half. Everyone's like, God, this guy fucking sucks. And then you walk home and you're like, yeah, I played a show last night at the Bell House.
Yeah.
Whereas comedy, you're just like, I got my ass ate out on stage for an hour.
But some
in a
people
bad
are
way.
some people are fully immune to that.
What?
Like some people will like suck so badly at comedy and leave and be like, killed it.
Yeah.
That's
like-
so bizarre. I don't know. Yeah.
But I think that is interesting. The lack of feedback. Why do you think the feedback is so important?
Well, this is another thing I was saying, which is that in pretty much every movie that I watch, I want it to be kind of funny. Because I think comedy, if you make me laugh, you are like paying attention to me as an audience member and you get me. It's like a shorthand for just like, I'm fucking with you. I know who you are. You're watching my movie. I appreciate you.
Yes, totally.
When I just see a short film or whatever that's just like, this is about how I accidentally killed my brother and it's a really sad movie, I'm like, I'm not so interested in that. So I like comedy as kind of like a handshake between the audience and the viewer. As like, I'm here with you. Music, you can see someone who doesn't do that. Someone is just like, you're here to watch me be hot right now, actually.
Yeah. That there's like the performance, like I guess it is a performance, but it's like way more of like a performed persona.
And there's not a connection. I think if you're making me laugh, you had to connect with me.
Yeah, I think that's true.
But then there's some art forms where you can get away with not doing that. It's bad art, but I mean, Mac
because I
DeMarco.
think comedians sometimes
funny.
are
Alex
performing
G.
a persona.
Yeah.
Families kind of stuff.
Sorry, say that again. My
shit.
co-host interrupted you
Sorry,
about an
no,
Instagram
no.
page from 2019.
I'm saying Mac DeMarco made some
No,
stuff
I
for
know.
Internal
Yeah,
Family.
yeah,
He's pretty
yeah.
funny.
He's actually
Yeah.
pretty
He's a pretty
funny.
funny guy.
Same
Sorry,
birthday,
Tej,
so-
I
It's
apologize.
cool because some people, when they're funny, they're also talented in other ways.
Yeah, it's cool.
We're just gonna call this episode the Mac DeMarco episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Drop the.
I
Mac
actually
bomb.
know what we should call it.
Shit.
Well, I'll say it later.
Live pitch it right now.
Too cringe to play.
Yeah.
That was said earlier, and I was like,
Yes.
too cringe
like
to
to
play.
the letter, too cringe,
Too cringe
to play.
That's tough.
That's pretty tough.
tough.
Sorry, someone's
Sorry,
about
Tej.
to say something.
Too woke to slur.
Yes,
Yo.
that's us.
You know what that reads as? That
Well,
reads as
not
like
Will,
a
but
texting
me.
signature.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Will, I said
He
that.
said
That
something
accounts for us too, but not for Will.
Why? Because I
He's-
said chinas.
He's not too woke to chinus. Well, it's hurtful to certain people.
to the
To
sound
musical
to the
improv
sound check community.
audiences.
To
Yeah.
the Genius Clan.
Yes. Anyone with headphones? Yeah. Wait, sorry. You were gonna say something. And now I cut you
Our
off.
guest was actually going to say something kind of based on our
I
podcast.
apologize. Well, Tej, you are in a long-term relationship. Any advice out there?
Fabulous. She's the light of my life.
You live with your partner too.
How has
just
that
amazing.
been? When did you guys?
I've
move
done
in
that
together?
twice. Never to good results.
Damn.
We're talking decreased libido, shared ownership of a dog, financial chaos, marital disputes, spats around the kitchen because of coffee grinds being left out. Toilet seat. One time I left the toilet seat up, my ex-girlfriend cried. She came into the room crying. So, what do you have to say about living with partners?
I've never lived with a girl.
I actually think it is. There is the
23.
potential for all that, and I actually totally see the route to all that.
Yep.
I feel like once you're like, okay, like we're gonna live together, you have to be like, sometimes it's gonna be like we're compromising.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's like, okay, I think that moving the coffee ground sucks, but I have to do it because if I don't do it, I'm telling you I don't care about you, and that's not true. And I feel like it's more so about like speaking with your actions. Like once you're like, I'm speaking with my actions and I'm trying to communicate to you that I care about you,
Starting to feel like I did something wrong.
then yeah.
Well,
I
to
don't
Will,
know.
the coffee grounds are a part of him. They are kind of.
I
There's something
think-
he plays with. He sculpts with the coffee
Yes,
grounds. He makes
I
little
collect
Play-Doh
them.
figurines.
So
I'm
And so
glad that I've lived
Redacted
with partners
didn't like
twice.
that.
I think if you live with someone, your immediate reaction is like you're the most annoying person in the world.
Yeah.
As just like an animal react, you're just like you're like in my space all the time.
Yeah.
And you have to like remember that that's not what's happening.
Yeah, I think we've definitely dealt with that too. Like, I feel like I have a problem where I can't like leave Maggie alone, and often she's working because she works from home. And on days where I'm home, I'm like,
What's that?
"Want to play?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, "What's up? Want to get
Want to
lunch?
get high?
Want to get high? Why don't we tickle each other?" And
Turn
I'm
right.
like really annoying.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's taken months to sort of get over that and get
Yeah.
past it. But I think,
The zoomies.
yeah, I think if she wanted to, she would have had grounds to really be on me about it. And I think we
Coffee grounds. Yo,
Two
podcast
coffee,
episode
two
name.
grounds.
Wow.
But now it's funny living with my current litter of like animal dogs that are my roommates. I've gone through a lot. I've been really mad at them. I've been like, fuck, I used to live by myself.
really emotional
It's
household.
it's a really roller coaster. Literally where I'm at now is that this is preparation for having children.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like I'm like cleaning up after William. I'm like, remember William can't leave the stove on. Like I'm like actually like, oh William, I saw you left the knife here. Like just so you know, like these are sharp and they can hurt you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna like lean into that and be like, this is preparation.
I love coming to your house, honestly.
Let's go.
Because I'm like, energetically, it is just the most amazing place you could possibly be.
It's a land. It's like multiple landlines crossing. or
Yes,
whatever.
like it's true. It's like you open the door and it's like people are gonna be like going at it. Like
Yeah,
people are
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
like yelling at each other.
Yeah.
People are gonna be playing around. And I'm like, I feel like my home has like become much more peaceful now, like since I moved in with Maggie.
yeah.
And I'm like, I haven't like this reminds me of like my college apartment when I lived
Totally.
with my friends, like really similar situation. But I do kind of love it. I think it's like energetically so amazing, and every time I come here, I'm like, damn, like
Yeah.
this is such a fun way to be. Like,
It is really fun. It feels like a treehouse.
I just witnessed a bong argument. I hadn't seen that happen in a
Wow.
good 8
What
years.
a bong
of
argument!
A bong
is, like,
argument.
It's so human.
That's
Yeah.
It's so human.
and that's happening at like 8 a.m. in the morning at our apartment.
it was someone had just cleared out a bowl. They were about to pack it. I don't want to say his name, but then William strolled right on in as someone was grinding up weed and picked up the bowl. And an argument took place. And I went, oh my God, I have not seen this happen in a good 5 years. And both people, I could see both sides of the situation, and they were going at it. And then William took a shot at Redacted and said, "Thank you. Well, your bowl is dirty. You like yours is dirty. I wouldn't smoke."
They're just like, I'm
and
running.
They got offended. It was an offensive.
The greedy thief is also the critic.
Wow,
Yes,
what a coincidence!
The greedy thief is also a critic. That's like William's MO.
I will say, watching Will in this house, I'm like, you will be one of the best dads of all time. I've just seen him like care for William and like, get your lunchbox. We're going on a trip.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's if you're able to love your kids the way you love
Right.
William.
Which probably won't until they're 29 and need help putting their pants on. Yeah, I'm just running social development games out there. Like, I leave little surprises and like press buttons to start shit out there, and then dude, honestly, this Ring doorbell camera, I leave it on my desk, and it has a live view, and I've caught William in my room twice. I just look at my phone, I see William like trying to print something.
Did he like leave trash? Like
yes.
Food trash?
No, he's a piece of shit. He's a selfish bastard piece of shit.
It is such a weird, yeah. Well, you're an amazing foster parent, to him, and
that's what I'm living now.
Boys.
I'm practicing that. I'm living my truth.
I think emotionally, by doing that, you actually are working an amazing muscle.
I think so.
A lot of people don't have this kind of like
pressure
capability for emotional love.
Yeah.
You have radical acceptance of him.
I've had to accept
he's only disappointed you 3,000 times.
Yep.
And you have to learn to love the disappointment.
Do you have, what's your home like?
I now for the first time, wow, what an amazing guest we have.
I know you're gonna come back on, man. You're doing some wild techniques here.
Facilitatorial.
I've never had deep questions asked on this podcast.
Like this to myself. No, I live in a really clean place with my good friend Azreen, and it's the cleanest house I've ever lived in, and I love it.
It's the cleanest house. Yes, oh my God, we're at 112. We've had such a good time. We just gotta wrap this up. Alex, you can finish.
I don't have much else to say. Then I live in a clean apartment where it's like we don't even leave a dish in the sink for like more than like an hour. I love that.
That's a little scary.
No, but it's like, and Azreen's kind of crazy with it, but it's like I walk home,
you find your peace
always
with that.
Clean. It feels so good.
Yeah.
And my friend from Tucson just moved in, and
shout out Ben
Watchman, and he's kind of getting a little scolded right now. He's in the process.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, you gotta beat the nasty out of him.
I like an initiation like that.
I'm not as confrontational, but I do really like that. I lived in squalor for 3 years in a rent-controlled apartment where dishes stayed for about a month. So this is just,
I'm somewhere between that.
Yeah, you're in between that. And with that,
any last words? You've been an amazing guest. Take some improv classes with Tej.
I love men everywhere. Improv will heal you. Man or woman, learn to play. Learn to love.
Godspeed.
And shout out Chicken Big.
And go to Chicken Big shows. Go to the Improv Good shows.
Improv Good.
The Pump Up the Jam on Tuesday nights at BCC if you're a lonely person.
Chicken Big every Wednesday night.
Yeah, and anyone listening who's feeling kind of lonely and isolated, fly to New York City Tuesdays at 7. You can touch Tej.
And you can crash on my couch.
That's where he will be.
Oh, yo, Loki, can I plug something?
I mean, this is going to come out in 2 months.
Chicken Big, we have a rewards program. So if you come to our weekly show, if you come to 6 shows, you get a shirt. 10 shows, we make you brunch. And if you come to 13 shows, lifetime VIP.
Wow.
I love that idea.
That's so smart.
It's actually fire.
So, JS, if you come, you could find yourself
getting in the punch card.
Wouldn't be surprised if there's a MLP loyalty program in a couple days from now popping up.
Did you see? Okay, we'll do this after.
Okay. Love you, Tej.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
It was inventive. It was silly. But it kind of worked if you think about it.